Hello there, thanks for coming by PosterCentral.com's video blog today. I'm Pete Howard, and boy, what a fun 50s rock and roll original window card this is, huh? My gosh, Fats Domino from the spring of 1957, right during his screaming streak of pop chart success of the dual years 56 and 57. Look at this is just so nice. Obviously I'll go into detail for you, but just right off the bat, I gotta say, any vintage 1950s Fats Domino concert poster that has his name in dominoes and on the poster says, "Ain't that a shame?" and Blueberry Hill, just get out of here. Game over, lights out, close the door. I mean, that just covers all bases. It's only 14 by 22, but it feels much huger. It's just a perfectly timed monster piece for one of the 6 biggest founding fathers of rock and roll, so boy, I just love this thing. It's really nice. So it's of course has that that really fun grinning face of Fats on there. I think that was known in the graphic arts business as a floating head, back then and probably still. And this also mentions the record label Imperial Records, and it's got Globe's very highly stylized artistic touch to it. It's just such a winner. It's so fun. Luckily, it's not just for one show. It is a tour blank, as you know or can tell from the blank white portion up at the top there that's filled in. So, but I'll get to more of that in a moment, show you a couple of other examples. Interestingly, on this tour blank portion there, in the white area though, it's kind of funny. This is quirky, I know, but this has got to be one of the most inefficient executions of that white space of the tour blank that I've ever seen. It's really funny because so much of the white space is wasted, right? I mean, they just did not set their type to fill out the space with proportionate lettering. So you just have sort of an awkward looking venue area up there in green letters. In fact, there's about, I'm going to move in a little closer, there's 15 words here, if you count abbreviations and numbers as one word. So there's 15 here. Well, here's a picture of a rock and roll poster from 56 that was a tour blank that had 15 words up above. And look how beautifully perfect, symmetrical and laid out and professional and everything it is. Done back by Globe, by the way, in their home office. And this, I'm guessing, was probably done locally in Tucson, Arizona. And so they just didn't really care too much about a great looking permanent poster. They just wanted to get the information out there. But it's kind of funny how the two contrast, and hey, it is what it is. I know I'm being a little picky with that, but I see a million posters, you can tell by my blogs, and so it's fun to just point out when differences come along, so. Well, good old Globe posters, man, they were always big on the song titles, and I just so love song titles on these vintage posters. And with this particular Fats Domino tour blank, it's in that white boxy area there with the 4 pointed corners. And it says First Imperial Records, which I said is really fun to have the record label on there. That's, all of Fats' mainstream pop success in the 50s was on Imperial. And it's got 4 songs listed, and the first one is Bam! Ain't That a Shame? Wow, start by hitting it out of the park. Interestingly, well, it was his first pop hit in the top 10 2 years prior. Interestingly, they had already started using the more common, it was released and was a hit as Ain't It a Shame, as music historians know, but they've already switched on this poster 2 years later to calling it Ain't That a Shame, and that's just fine. Then the second title there is When My Dream Boat Comes Home. That was only a top 15 pop hit the previous summer, but it was a big R&B hit, coming in at number 2. And I should mention, if you notice those songs, for some reason Globe was wildly inconsistent in their usage of upper and lower case, and why I have no idea, other than to draw attention and be cute or something, but it is fun to note. Then the third record there, bam, another home run, Blueberry Hill, simply Fats' biggest hit ever from the previous fall and winter, and of course the one song, I suppose, that simply everybody knows by Fats Domino. And the fourth record in that white area is I'm in Love Again, and interestingly, according to the Billboard chart books, that was Fats' second biggest hit ever, and it was from the previous year, 1956. So boy, you got a lot of killer music on here and everything, along with a great looking poster. Now, as I said, this is a tour blank, said it a couple of times, so let's take a look at a couple of other examples. Let's start by going back 8 months. This again is June. Let's go back 8 months to Bluefield, West Virginia, to October of 1956. And see that venue information up there, instead of green, is printed in red. That's pretty cool up there. But most importantly, I wanted to show you the difference in the song titles in the box. Songs number 1 and 4 are the same, but songs 2 and 3 are different. You've got All By Myself, which was not a pop charter at all. but it went to #1 R&B for a month. So that's got to be considered huge. And then you've got Don't Blame It On Me. Again, 0 action on the pop charts, but top 10 rhythm and blues. And by the way, Blueberry Hill is not on this poster for West Virginia because it had just been released and didn't have enough impact yet to impact, if you will, ticket sales. So it's not on there. So let's go back another half a year again before West Virginia, and this one has a chopped off top, so we don't know what particular city it was used for, or maybe it was always left blank, but again, 6 months before the last one, and that white box is interesting to take a look at. And as you can see, the first 3 songs are the same as West Virginia, but the 4th one is Poor Me, which once again, a #1 R&B hit from late 1955, but 0 action on the pop charts. So, you know, Fats was really coming into his own on the pop charts in 56 and 57, and the latest of the 3 is the one that has the biggest pop hits. And you know, you got the full venue information and everything, so, ooh, man, just a killer piece of vintage rock and roll advertising. Window card, poster, you know, whatever you want to call it, concert poster. This is the real deal, the real McCoy, just a wonderful piece. So I've done other Fats Domino concert posters, vintage and otherwise, but boy, this is just really a favorite. This is just lovely. So, okay, hold your horses. Wait a minute, I ended too soon. I forgot one of the song titles. Now, of the 3 examples I showed you, the one thing that all 3 of them have in common, besides Ain't That a Shame in the white box, is, maybe you noticed when I first presented the poster, but yep, between the Fats and the Domino is the song Bo Weevil, which was, 1956, that was top 5 R&B, and not so good on the pop charts, only top 40. As you can see there, under the Fats, it says Bo Weevil. So all 3 examples show that. So I would not have wanted to have left that out and had it remain a mystery. So there you go. Thanks for allowing me to have this PS, and thanks for coming by, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.